Hey everyone, Rich here. Hope you're doing well. Let's put this Google Earth picture to rest that we've been looking at and to just do a little simple thing here with this and the image of the supposed Earth that we've been looking at. And like I said, just put it to rest. Some people have suggested that not all of the Earth disk is available. Let me show you what image I'm talking about. This is the image from NASA. I believe it's 2012. I'm not sure, 2012 or 2015. In any case, we were looking at this, and what I can see here on this picture is I can see Lake Okeechobee down here in Florida, and I can also see Cape Hatteras off the east coast of the United States. I do want to say something that is very interesting about this image that I've noticed since I first ever saw this image, and that is that on the entire disk, and I'm not sure if I can get a picture of the entire thing here. Let me get that for you. Here we go. Here's the whole disk. The amazing thing about this is that whenever this image was supposedly taken, and we know it's a fake, those of us who can recognize fakes when we see it, and I'm going to prove it's a fake here in a second, so no worries. We have no organized low pressure systems on the entire half of the disk. So the entire Western Hemisphere doesn't have one organized low pressure system. Now I do note this feature right here. This is a common feature you see in the winter. I don't know when this was supposedly done, but you see this in the winter off the East Coast. And what you get is, I don't know if I can make this bigger. Yeah, there we go. See if I can blow it up so I can really show you what I mean. This area here where you see the Atlantic Ocean, and then all of a sudden it's clouds. And this is what's known as fair weather cumulus out here. This whole thing is caused by cold air rapidly pushing off the east coast of the United States. And it's caused by a cold front that sweeps on through and pushes cold air off. You have the relatively warmer Atlantic Ocean here, warmer and more moist, and when the cold air hits it, it forces the warm air up as the cold air dives beneath it, and then you get this low-level cumulostratus type of cloud that forms, and it's very wind-blown away from the coast as extreme winds behind it come in and just drive it. You can tell if you're into weather, you can tell that this is just, I mean, these are probably 40 to 50 knot winds along the Atlantic here, blowing super cold air out of Canada off the East Coast. The problem with this is that we have, if anything, a very weak front behind it, which you would not see. The weak front would be in front of the strong front that went through. That's one thing. But there's no low pressure system, period, on the disk in this hemisphere, which I have never observed in decades of looking at weather and satellite images and things like that. I've never seen an entire disk devoid of even one low pressure system. And the interesting thing is many images from NASA are just exactly like that. Some of them have one low pressure system or like a little hurricane, and that's it. In fact, let me show you that real quick. Okay, here's one. It looks like there's tropical development right here, and possibly right here, but more here. This actually looks right. Now, some people say there's a low pressure system right here, but if you're in the weather, you know this is wrong. It doesn't curl up and away and then back down southeast. That is not how a cold front works. This is obviously fake. But this is the image we've been trying to compare to. One of them obviously has to be fake, if not both. And of course, you know my assertion is both are fake. But again, a whole hemisphere. Look at the southern hemisphere. There's not one organized low pressure area on the entire disk. It's really an amazing thing. In any case, let's get back to the image and prove once and for all that it's a fake, and I'm going to show you what people were saying about this, and then we'll show definitively that you can trust your eyes in some cases. I mean, if you see this and they say this is the Earth, and then you see this and they say this is the Earth, it's obviously one of them is a lie, if not both, because of the percentage, that North America is taking up. Now, some people have said we're not seeing the entire disk. They've cut off some of the disk around here. That's why we're not seeing it. And some people think we're not seeing 50% of the disk lit. Well, we are seeing 50% of the disk lit. Granted, they could be cutting off some of the edge. Why they would do that, I would have no idea. To do like a cookie cutter, just stamp out the middle and say we don't need the exterior pieces for you to see. In any case, we're going to find out for sure here very easily, and it's going to be fun. I think it was fun for me. Here we go. Okay, now back to Google Earth. I showed you Lake Okeechobee and Cape Hatteras on the big picture. If not, just go back and take a look, and you'll see both features. What I did was I measured the distance on Google Earth. It's 670 miles. Between the two. Then what I decided to do was I wanted to take a measurement from Cape Hatteras to the farthest part out in California, pretty much due west. And I did that, and I'm going to catch it here for you. See, it's already done in advance. And it ends up being 2,544 miles. There are some that are a little bit farther and less. You'll see here 2570. Trying to find the biggest number I found out here. Oh, there we go. 2,650 way up here, but you're going to see we go no farther than halfway up in California when we're doing our test. So 2,550 miles. Let's give it an extra 50 miles, 2,600 miles. This is more probably the perfect one. 2546. 2,546 miles. So let's remember those numbers. 2,000. Again, I'm going to give this 2,600 miles. I'm going to give it a little extra here, and remember what we had here. Let's go back to it. 670 miles from Lake Okeechobee, Florida, to Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. Okay. This line you're going to see here will fit perfectly into Lake Okeechobee, and the other end will go up to Cape Hatteras. Let me go ahead and drag that over so I can show you when I put that in there. There we go. You can see it's almost like a little puzzle. Anyway, that represents 690 miles, correct? Lake Okeechobee, Cape Hatteras. I actually cut it a little bit short of Cape Hatteras because I wanted to lean towards the people who think this is correct a little bit. Now we're going to pick this part as far west as we can find off the west coast of the United States and see if it is 2,600 miles. So what I did was I took this and duplicated it, and with the program I have, you duplicate it very easy. And then what I did was I spun that around and made these lines this way, horizontal. And on a ball, it doesn't matter. No matter which way you rotate this, it will be the exact same thing. It'll be the exact same distance. One of these equals 650 miles. Is that what we said? Let me check. Okay, so one of these lines equals 670 miles, and 5 of these lines exactly go from Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, out to the farthest west coast you can go, unless you go to very northern California, which should be 2,600 miles. So what is 670 miles times 5? Well, that equals 3,300 miles. Actually, a little bit over that. It is actually 3,350 miles from Cape Hatteras to North Carolina. I mean, Cape Hatteras, North Carolina to the California coastline, according to this image of the Earth. No matter how big or little the Earth is, we have something that we can use. I can drop this from Lake Okeechobee, and I can rotate it up just to show you how you do it. I should have rotated it the other way, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to get it roughly correct. Drag it up to Lake Okeechobee, and then back it a couple degrees. Something like that right there. Okay. See, that's Cape Hatteras, Lake Okeechobee. Hopefully you can see that in Florida. Anyway, I advise you guys to do this yourself. Okay. There we go. Cape Hatteras to California. And according to that, according to the scale of the map itself, according to the scale of the map itself, from Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, to roughly San Diego, Los Angeles area is 3,350 miles. But when you do the exact same thing on Google Earth, it's 2,600 miles from Cape Hatteras, North Carolina, to the coastline. So what does that mean? That means we have about a 23% error rate on this image. It doesn't matter how much of the edges they have cut off. The edges make no difference whatsoever. Absolutely none. In fact, this is one of the images where they actually try to show a little bit of an atmosphere with a blue line around it. So I wanted to show you that, you know, when you see one image that's got the U.S. obviously, North America anyway, much smaller on the globe, and then the next one is much larger, that you can trust yourself and you can prove these things yourself, guys. But the whole point of this whole thing going through this is just try to get you all into doing your own proofs, doing your own things. The tools are easy online. You can go to Google Earth, download it, and find out how far these distances are. Pull up these images, do your own scales. I mean, look at Baja California. To me, that doesn't even look right. Okay, just to take a look at this, Baja California, these are the features we can tell. I drew a line from the bay up here, right next to Baja California, call it the armpit area, and then down to the heel area. See how this looks like a boot? Just offshore the heel area, and we got very close to 500 miles, a little bit less than 500 miles. So let's go back to the other map. And now we're going to grab the 670 miles here. Remember, this line represents 670 miles because that's the distance from Cape Hatteras, North Carolina to Lake Okeechobee, Florida. 670 miles. And the armpit area right up here to just behind the heel should be 500 miles. So this line should greatly exceed the heel. Correct? Let's get it in there. Well, unfortunately, this is exactly 670 miles here. So it's not 500 miles either, this distance right here that Google Earth says it is. So we have proved this to be incorrect two different ways, both on the north, on the west-east axis and on the north-south axis. This is a greatly exaggerated North America. Greatly. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. We'll be back with other stuff whenever possible. Take care.